In this video, I interview Izabela Hamilton. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? We have Izabela Hamilton from Rankbell here. What's up? What's going on?
Thank you. Hey, RJ. It's such a pleasure seeing you. I know we were having some technical issues on my side before we started, so I got to talk to RJ for about an hour even before this happened. So I'm very, very excited because we're both so busy. We never really get a chance to chat. So I found out so much more about you than I would have had found out a different day. So I'm glad about that.
Yeah, see, I'm patient, right? I'm not mean, like, no, we have to do this. We got to do this right now.
No, I felt bad. I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm taking up all your time. So I really appreciate you walking me through my problems and issues. No. And, now I'm happy. I'm a happy human now.
No, I like it. That's one of the things I love to do. And this is why I create content, because I love to help people, right? I think it's a really amazing thing to do. And if we can actually lend on the helping hand to one another and be nice to each other at the same time, it makes the day goes by so much faster and life's so much easier.
I love that. That's why, I feel like I do the same in like my career and my business, and what I do is like, if the more you help others, I feel like the more you get. And I think a lot of people tend to kind of hold on to what they know, hold on to like their powers but I feel like the more you share, the more you can get back, which I think is what makes you so successful with especially with your YouTube channel. Like, so many people follow you because of how good you are and how much you give out. And it's not that, for those who hold on to what they have, it's like they're not going to have that much success because they're so afraid that their secret is going to go out. So I love what you do. I've watched so many of your videos, and I love that you have built a following based on who you are and how true you are. So I really appreciate that about you.
Yeah, you know it.
I do. I sure do.
No, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And thank you for taking the time out of your day to come on here and share some knowledge.
Of course. For you, anytime.
Appreciate it. So let's get into it. So tell us your story. Like how you got onto, I want to say like with your service with Rankbell, but then like what got you into, I want to say like the Amazon platform itself, what got you into logging into Seller Central or.
I know. Oh my God. It's actually a funny story because, sometimes people look for their careers and what they want to do in life. And I felt like for me, it almost fell into my lap in a good way. So, when I was living in Africa, which is another story, I used to live in Africa and Asia, in Rwanda and Burma, which are both third world countries. And I used to work at the U.S. Embassy there. Surprise. Amazon was the only place that we could buy things that could actually be shipped to where we live. Every other platform that I tried, like I wanted to buy myself a pair of shoes or whatever, you name it, random stuff that, I missed from America. And none of these places could deliver. So I got onto Amazon and buying random stuff like paper towels for the house, something that you don't have in these countries because of the different culture, right? When that happened, I was like, holy cow, like Amazon is up to some bigger things. So what I loved about Amazon is the fact that they would go above and beyond for their customers, which obviously is what made Amazon so successful. And they're such a powerhouse today because of the way they act with their customers, with their buyers. So now when it comes to sellers who actually sell on Amazon, it's a little bit of a different story, but Amazon's eyes, it's all on customer experience. So for me, really, that's what attracted me at first. I was like, oh my God, if they're able to send this product to me, like I want to know more, like what's going on. And at first, pretty much like everyone else, I thought that Amazon is selling their own products. I didn't know anything about third-party sellers. I had no idea there's a way to make money with Amazon. And, I first kind of looked around and I was like, okay, so this product is sold by Amazon, but this one, it looks like it's another brand. Like, how does that even work? So I started digging into it and I realized that, most sellers are not even related to Amazon. Amazon sells their own products, especially now. But before, when I started, which was about 6-7 years ago, you just had these, what are called private label sellers, and they would put a product up and they would make a ton of money.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, how can I get into the game? How can I get a piece of that? I mean, I have an entrepreneur mind, so I always look for opportunities. And I feel like when your mind is open for opportunities, you will see them everywhere. And I feel like
Mhm.
that's why I said it kind of fell on into my lap, but it was for a good reason because it was
Yeah.
like meant for me to go into this. I mean, I absolutely love what I do. So, first time I came across when I was in Africa, and then I started slowly learning about it, researching YouTube videos, anything that I could get my hands on because I was so passionate about it. And
Mhm.
then my first client, it was actually same thing, almost like an accident. This client of mine, he was a client, but he was a friend that lived in overseas in Europe, and he needed some help creating an Amazon store. And since I
Mhm.
was already kind of digging and seeing what's going on, I was like, sure, I'll help you. Like, you don't have to pay me. We're friends, whatever. And we started doing that. And I feel like because it was kind of like a play, I felt like I could do whatever I wanted. So, like, we put up a store, we put up the listing, we put up the picture, and all of a sudden, this dude was raking in money. Money,
Mhm.
money, money. And again, this was 6 years ago. The listing wasn't even that good. Like, I did it. I'm not a professional copywriter. I basically look what the other people are doing, and I kind of like did the same thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you have to start from somewhere, and no shame in that game. And we put that up. Like, he took some ugly pictures. God forbid, like if you were to look back now, like terrible. But again, it worked because the
Yeah.
competition wasn't that big. Like, you would put a
Yeah.
product up, and boom, it would sell like crazy. So when that happened, he's like, "Oh, you know what? Let me introduce you to my friend. Like, he wants the same thing." And he's like, "And he'll pay you." And I was like, "Oh my God, like I can make money with this." It's that
Mhm.
excitement of like, "Oh my God, I can make money online." Because all my
Yeah.
previous jobs, like I sold real estate, amazing. But again, it's these jobs where you actually have to do like, I mean, it's still work, but you actually have to go in person. You have to leave your house. And I've always been fascinated about like, how can I make money online? Like, people tell me,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm a consultant and I do this online." I'm like, how? Like, where's this coming from? So, I have like innocent brain that
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how to do this. So when this guy's like, "Oh, and I'll pay you," and I honestly, I think he paid me like $600 or something. And I was like, "Oh my God, I can get a pair of Louboutins," right? Like, I'm thinking like shoes, and I'm thinking all these things. And I was like, "Oh my God, what if like this could be good." Like,
Yeah.
if I made $600 out of nothing, again, it's for me, it's like money from like universe or something,
Mhm.
even though it was work, but because it was so fun for me, I I never, and you see, that's the thing with mindset. Like, I never
Mhm.
associated working something in a fun environment and actually making money, because
Yeah.
where I grew up, and I was born in Romania. We always were told, like, to make money you have to work hard, you have to be quiet, you have to do this, you have to, like, bow down
Mhm.
to people, basically.
Mhm.
So for me, this concept of like making money online and doing something that you love, and it was just like, oh my God, like, what a great thing, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so he told another friend, and another friend told another friend, and next thing you know, I have like thousands of sellers. But of course, this is like 6 years later. And
Mhm.
what I love most about what I do is, of course, I make people a lot of money because,
Mhm.
once, for those that don't know, so Rankbell, we help sellers promote their product. So if you have a product and it's on like page 20 or something, with our service, I'm able to get you on page one. What happens when you're on page one? You start making money. Really what it is, right? So not only I get to make people money, but on the other side, I get to help a lot of people testing products for free, which
Mhm.
is mind blowing. So I'm basically, I think I'm like Santa Claus in like the blonde white girl version. So it's true. I make my clients, my sellers happy, and on the other side, I make my buyers happy. They get free stuff all the time. So I'm just like, oh my God, I could have not had a better career, even if I had to pick it. So that's why I'm like, I'm always so happy and I'm so excited, because it's like, listen, life is good. Like
Yeah.
Drake says it, life is
Uh-huh.
good.
So kind of like you also too, guys, you can see like me and Isabella, we hung out. I think we had dinner, and then we had
Yes.
like brunch together, but we're having a conversation. You can see how she loves to get stuff done. Like, literally, she just knocked out the first two questions that I had for her right there. She just knocked it out without me even telling her, because she knows, like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I already know the next question. I'm gonna knock it out. And it just, that's just the way it works, right? And then just going, and you can see how she is with her mindset and how positive she is.
Thank you. Mindset
Really
is
awesome.
definitely a big one. And, I would love to talk more about this. This is literally like my life. Like, I feel like everything I've achieved is because of my mindset. Because, like you teach people how to do things on Amazon, and I wonder how many of them actually listen. So a lot of people think, oh, if only somebody told me the secret to make money. And then you look on YouTube and you literally find a million ways to make money, but it's the mindset that stops people from taking that first step. First they think they're not good enough. Second is like, if it's out there, that means it's not really the secret. You see how we talk ourselves out. We talk ourselves out of ways to succeed. Oh, if it's on YouTube, that means, if somebody's willing to share their content, it's not really what makes them money. It's always like, oh, why are you giving this to me? It's always so, my advice for those listening is like, really go for it. Like, you have so many resources today, like 2021, literally we have everything we need. We have the internet, we have everything on our phone, the way to make money, the way to have a better relationship. Literally, you can learn anything online these days. And it's a matter of the mindset. Again, it's really, and I know this because I work with thousands of sellers, and those that are successful are the ones that are willing to take no for an answer. The ones that face the problem and move on. And they're like, you know what? Bring me more problems, because small money, you have to deal with small problems. The more money you make, you deal with bigger problems. So you choose. You can stay at the level where you have no problems, but then you have almost nothing. And it's cool if that's what you're into. I'm not into that. I'm like, bring me the problems. Bring me something to face every single day. Yes, I'm going to bang my head on the wall plenty times. Trust me. I cry myself to sleep sometimes. I'm telling you, it's human nature. A lot of people think just because, you're happy all the time that you must be somehow unique. No, I face with the same stuff that everybody else does. But guess what? The next day I'm like, you know what? Brush it off a little bit and get up and do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's crazy. So if you guys are also too, if you guys get any value out of this video, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. You amazing. I love it. I love the energy right now. So
thank you.
Yeah, no. So you kind of like explain what Rankbell is. Basically, it's a service that helps you get your product on that front page. And I think this is a very important thing because a lot of people are asking me like, how do you get your product on the first page? And I'm just like, like you have to give the algorithm what it wants, right? Absolutely. And I'm always a big fan of that. Like, it's literally that simple. But of course, there's more competition. If there's more competition, it's going to be a little bit harder. But that's what people like you said too. It's like people, when it's harder, it's less competition, right? You push people out. But most of people give up because it's so much harder to rank on the front page. And you created a service to, I don't want to say make it easier, or how would you put that?
No, it's definitely, let's put it the way it is. It's definitely easier. Okay. So
okay, I'll let you do that.
Just like you were saying, Amazon has definitely got more competitive. But again, if you look at it from the way I look at it, it's like, okay, I understand it's not as easy as it was 5 years ago, but what does that mean? What does that translate to? That means there's not going to be as much competition, because if I'm scared, everybody else is scared. So what do? If I'm scared and I act on it, for sure, I'm going to be the one successful, because everybody else is scared and they're not going to take the risk. So, I don't want you to think, oh my God, Amazon is, it's overpopulated. There's no more room for me. That's not true. There's people starting and leaving every single day because they cannot face the stress. They cannot face the constant changes from Amazon, which are very, very true and real, guys. Like, there's a lot of things with Amazon, but that is why you have people like myself and probably other services out there that give you a little bit of a leg up. Yes, services cost money, but the way to look at it is like, it's an investment into your company. Are you here for the short term, or are you here for the long term? If you're just here to, just to try it out, then, maybe you're not willing to invest the money in it. But the way I see Amazon brands, and you can see, I mean, look at Jeff Bezos, almost the richest man in the world. He was until Elon Musk took over. Yay. But he is
Mhm.
and he built this because he saw in the future. We see those pictures of him online, like sitting in his like garage or room and had an Amazon sticker on the wall, and he was grinding just as hard without any profits for the longest time. Now, that's
Mhm.
not to say that you're not going to have profits right away. But what I'm saying is you have to invest. A lot of people invest time or money, or in most cases, both. So, yes, this service helps you get on page one. And again, you have to figure out like where your marketing budget is. And again, if you want to be here for the long term, are you willing to stay in the game and make money? Because what a lot of people do, they create a product and then they put it on Amazon and they say, you know what, my product is the best in the world and I don't have to do anything else with it.
Mhm.
Well, listen, I mean, look at Coca-Cola. Like, they're one of the most significant brands out there. Do you see them stopping marketing?
Mhm.
Like, they keep continue marketing. Why? It's just part of like business. You have to keep doing it over and over again. And there's not one person I think on earth that you say Coca-Cola and they don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So, and if they keep doing it, then we also must do it. So when I say, marketing, I talk about PPC, which is
Mhm.
a pay-per-click sponsor ads for those that are not familiar with this term, and ranking service like the one I provide. You put your product on Amazon, and then you have these two services work together. By the way, I don't offer PPC, but I'm just saying, like, I see what the successful people do, and this is what they do. They
Mhm.
plan their budget. Let's say, they're putting up a t-shirt or whatever they're selling, and they have to do some type of ads, and they have to do the ranking, because
Mhm.
the t-shirt that you're selling, everybody else thought of it too. Yeah, yours is special and yours is unique and yours is more beautiful. I get it. But you don't have to convince me. You have to convince everybody who's checking out Amazon. So
Mhm.
for them to be able to see your t-shirt compared to everybody else, you need to show them your t-shirt. So for
Yeah.
somebody, they're not going to look on page 10. Really, who has the time to scroll on page 10? I don't. I really don't. I don't think you do, right?
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
looking for a Raiders hat, like, you're probably going to type that in and buy the one from page 1, because your time is valuable.
Uh-huh.
We don't got that time spent anymore, like, to check out and look what other people are offering. No, you see something you like. So that's what I'm saying. Your product can be the best, but if people are not seeing it, it can be the best on page 10 and nobody will buy it.
Mhm. Yeah,
So is
no,
this service crucial? Absolutely. 100%.
it's crazy because I have some people that are really talented artists and they show me their work. I'm like, wow, this is amazing, like
Yeah.
design right here.
Yes.
And it's like, but I'm not getting any sales. I'm just like,
This is
let me
why.
see your listing. And it's like,
Yes.
this is why. Like no one's looking for this. Like no
Yeah.
one's like, there's no search volume. People are not searching for it. People don't want this product because they don't know what it is. And it's just like, who's buying this? He's like, oh, I am. I'm like, you're your only customer, and that's it. You know what I mean? So
That's
now,
another thing that people do. Sorry to interrupt you. They
no, you're good.
they do come out with products that they think they love, which, it's good to have a hobby, but are you here to like make money, or are you here, like, who's going to buy this product? Like, your
Yeah.
girlfriend, your uncle, your cousin, to support you. But think of it, okay, you like t-shirts, that's fine, but what are other people looking for? It's not about what you like keep your hobby separate. If you want to like paint art and do whatever you want, that's great, but when it comes to Amazon, sell things that people are buying. It's really that easy. Is
Mhm.
there competition selling the same thing? Yes. What does that mean? That means that people are looking for that specific product. Like, I don't understand why people try to come up with this unique ways. I get it. I mean, there are some Einsteins out there here and there, not very frequently. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Look what's selling and sell the same. And
Yeah.
use my service to put it on page 1, and then we kick everybody else off, the rest of them. But that's
Yeah.
like, people tend to overcomplicate things. Like, it's really not that complicated.
Yeah, yeah, no. So, like, okay, next question. Like, how does the Amazon algorithm kind of work? Like, how would you put that into?
So the way it works, let's go back to the t-shirt since we
Mhm.
started with that. So, um, you know, you come out with a t-shirt today and you're putting it on Amazon and it ends up on page 10, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And, if people type in the keyword t-shirt, so Amazon algorithm looks for keyword, looks to make connections between different words with people's listing. So if you have t-shirt in your listing, Amazon gets pinged every time somebody types in t-shirt. It gets pinged. It's like, oh, hey, I need to pull out all the listings that have the word t-shirt in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it goes by who are the most frequently bought. So on the page 1, you'll see the ones that people buy 1,000 a day. On page 2, somebody who, they only get about 10 or 20 orders a day. And it goes just like this for every single page. So if you get no orders, since your item is brand new, you're going to end up on the last page.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on last page, how are people going to find your product? Again, even though your product is the best, it doesn't really do anything for the algorithm. Yeah, you have a beautiful listing, you have beautiful pictures, but it's not what people buy. So for the algorithm to work, you have to show it that people are searching for your exact product. So what we do with our service is we have organic, and when I say organic, I mean people like me and you type in search for that keyword t-shirt, and then they go through all these pages until they find your specific product, add that one to cart. And every time you do this, it's showing Amazon that people who are searching for the word t-shirt, they're buying yours over all the ones in front. And at that time, Amazon is like, oh my God, this dude is about to make me money. So what they do, they move you a few pages in front because they want all these buyers to find you faster, to make them money faster. This is how I think of it. So every time you have these buyers buy your product, Amazon moves you more in front. Now you're on page 4. You have more buyers do the same thing, typing keyword t-shirt. They go to page 4, they buy yours. Amazon is like, oh my God, he's still selling. They move you on page 2. Next thing you know, they move you on page 1 again, not because Amazon wants to do you a favor, it's because Amazon wants to make money. And who else wants to make money? You want to make money, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you both have the same thing in common. You want to make money, Amazon wants to make money. So together, it's like, oh my God, this guy is selling a great t-shirt. Let's see how we can make money. So they put you on page 1. It's not a secret, guys. Like it's as simple as that. But you do have, the hard part is finding those orders every single day. Ideally, it would be organic sales. It would be like people just thinking that they want a t-shirt and actually go into your listing. It doesn't happen, okay? So what we do with our service, we find the buyers for you. Yeah, so we have these like influencers or product testers. They order your product, and the more this thing happens, the better the algorithm works. So when you first list your product, it tells Amazon, okay, there's a new kid in town. Let's see what he can do. If you list your product and you don't do anything, Amazon is going to be like, well, he's kind of a loser. I'm not going to include him in my cool crew. It's seriously, if you want to think of it as like down to earth terms, this is how I see it. I literally see it as like people and kids and experiences. It's fun. So if you're doing nothing, Amazon is like, you know what? I'll just wait for another better kid. So that's why it's very important when you first list your item on Amazon to act right away, to give it Amazon some data, because that's all it's doing. It's an algorithm, guys. It's not somebody like deciding, oh, you're cool, you're not. No, it's actually an algorithm. When you feed the algorithm the right methods and the right points, it's going to pick up that you are the cool kid. And how do you do this? You're doing this, sometimes artificially. But the point is for you to get to page 1 where you get all these organic sales. Because when you're on page 1, you're going to start getting the real people who are actually looking for a t-shirt, but you have to give it a little push. And that's really what marketing is. That's, that's what Coca-Cola does. That's what Nike does. That's what they all do. Doesn't matter how successful they get. They never stop advertising because there's always somebody behind them that can always come and overcome this.
So my grandma, when I was a kid, she used to, like, when Christmas time was around, she would make me watch commercials with her because she wanted to watch all the Coca-Cola bears. During the commercial, like I'm like, as a kid. I wouldn't like, no, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to hurt her feelings. So I would like always care about what she thought about and what she wanted to do. And I would always do it as a kid. And she would want to watch the Coca-Cola Bears. And I was just like, we're really watching the Coca-Cola Bears and watching commercials for that commercial to pop up.
I love that. I remember like when I was in Romania, same thing, like during Christmas time, like that was the commercial to look for. And I remember as a kid, it gave me that feeling like, oh my God, like another world, like paradise, like you associate what you see with feelings and at that time. So, but that's why Coca-Cola like stuck with me until adulthood. Like they're the best brand ever. So you want to be the best brand. You want people to remember you, and you can do it. Like, and Amazon has given us this platform where we can do this. We can show the world what we can do, which is not to say to get addicted to Amazon, because a lot of people do, and then they don't search for outside traffic. Like it's good to have an Amazon store, but remember that you are in their home. So as much as you can, like create your list, build your list, start a Shopify store if you haven't done that, and start working your way onto that, because we never know how long Amazon will be here. It will probably be here forever. Hopefully it will. But if not, always make sure that you have another way of creating income for you.
Yeah, no, for sure. So next question: how hard is it to rank? You kind of answered this already. How hard is it how hard is it to rank on the front page?
So depending on how competitive the product is, obviously the more competitive the product is, also the profits will be a lot higher. So if the product is not that searched for, then there's not really that much competition. Then, but also the profits are not as high, and you can do that. You can find products like that all the time. Now, if you are, let's say, doing a product like a supplement that's super competitive, can you still rank it to page one? Absolutely, but it will take more, more days to rank it. It will take more money to rank it. You would have to pay more in advertising, but it's definitely possible. There's not one product out there that we cannot rank to page 100%.
Leads to my next question. What type of products have you got ranking to the front page? Because you said supplements, like
everything. You name it, I probably got it ranked. I mean, I don't know, like headphones and notebooks and furniture and electronics and sealers for food and mini refrigerators and scooters and I'm telling you, anything that you name, I probably did. I don't think I did toilet paper. I think that sells by itself pretty well. But other than that, like I'm telling you, like I had thousands and thousands of sellers that sold everything and beyond, and many that sold the same thing. And yes.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I know you didn't have to, but thank you for sharing that. So can you share a strategy going into 2021 that can help with someone that's barely starting off on Amazon, selling on Amazon? It can be like anything, like whatever. It can be anything.
Yes.
Any type of strategy.
So what I would do, let's say you don't know me and you don't know this kind of service exists. What I would do prior to even launching your product. So let's say you're talking to a supplier right now and it's January. You want to launch by like May. Start now. Create your email list. So let's say you are launching t-shirt. Okay, let's put it simpler. Let's say you are selling kitchen knives. Okay. You're talking to a supplier, you have things in movement, they're already building your products, and but what do you want to do right now while you wait? Create a small community, and this is so important. So I would go to like Facebook groups, like anybody who's like interested in knives, kitchen knives, but think above and beyond. Who's interested in kitchen knives? Chefs. But what about those who do like YouTube videos about food? What about those like who follow ketogenic diet? Like there's so many ramifications that you can go from just the knife. It's not all about like knife lovers. Like there's so many other groups that you can go to. So I would go to all these groups and start creating a relationship, especially with the admins of those groups. And then, try to offer content like, hey, I'm really passionate about knives and I'm really passionate about cooking, but and once you create a relationship with them, you can be like, you know what, I actually have some knives that are being custom made for me to sell in the future. I would love to give your group the first 10 people the product free. When you come from a giving place to somebody, they'll be like, oh my God, this guy's like is willing to give my people like 10 free knives. That's amazing. So it's like because you're also helping them with their content. So you do this every single day in every group. And next thing you know, you have a group of like 100 people who are waiting for your knife to come on Amazon. What happens when it comes on Amazon? You're like, hey, 100 people that I've created a relationship this past 3 months. Guess what? The knives are here. You can have them for free. Just a thank you from me to you. Who's going to say no? All they have to do is order on Amazon. So you direct them to Amazon and say, hey, go to page 8, type in chef knives, go to page 8, buy my product. Once they do, you give them the money back. You can do this by PayPal. You can do this by Venmo. You can do it in the, rewards. You can buy them a meal at their favorite restaurant. You're not limited. You can do however you want. But now what you did, you're telling Amazon that you have all these people searching for your product. You know what I mean? And then you give them the money back and these people are happy. They're going to tell their friends about it. Somebody's going to come to their house like, oh my God, cool knives. Oh yeah, I got it from this guy on Amazon. Here's the link. You're going to not only have that ranking juice that took you to page 1, but now you have all these people talking about your product. So that's what I would do. If you don't know that I exist, this is what I would do. Since I exist, you can come to me on the day of the launch or a few days before, be like, Izabela, this is my product. I have knives. I need 100 people urgently to order this product. Boom. We do it for you. And this is what we do because we've created this community that I told you about over, 6 years. And, I have people interested in different products and it would be easy for me. For you, if you're just launching now and you're trying to gather 100 people, it's going to be very difficult for you. Even though you're thinking, well, but I'm giving away the product for free. How difficult is it? Try it. Try it and let me know. Send me a message, DM me, and tell me how easy it was for you to find 100 people that will buy your product that's not going to scam you.
Yep. Okay, so next question. How can someone from the print-on-demand community benefit from your service?
I honestly, I think it's actually an untapped market because you are doing what a lot of people do around you. Imagine if you had that one advantage, which is me. If you and all your 10 friends are printing the same t-shirt, if I get you ranked on page 1 and they're still on page 4, who's going to get more sales?
Yeah.
Exactly. So definitely this works really for everything. And honestly, it works for Walmart. It works for Etsy. It works for Chewy. It works for any platform that people order stuff on. So if you are selling, then I'm the service for you. And if you want free stuff, also message me because again, I'm Santa Claus. Just call me the Santa Claus of Amazon. So, I just like to make everybody happy.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome because it's just an advantage, right? When you get on page 1, it's like a game changer. It can change your life, and you're changing people's lives, and you're helping people understand how, like, because at that point, when you're on page 1, you're getting all these sales coming in. There's a lot of like information, like coming at you all at once. And I'm a big fan of using I'm not sure if you're okay. He's using Helium-10, and that's like one of my favorite tools to use because like when you get all this information in. And you do like a reverse ASIN search, you can see all these keywords that are coming at you. I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you guys don't know what Helium-10 is, I definitely suggest doing it. I don't know if you have a link for them. I think everybody should use it. So if you have a t-shirt that you're trying to sell and you don't know what's going to get you on page 1, CPR is a tool inside Helium-10 that will tell you exactly, hey, if you follow this strategy of giving away, let's say 10 units per day, you will end up on page 1. Like they made it easy for you. They really did. And that's why I love working with Helium-10. And, 99% of my clients use it, to be honest. And they absolutely love it. And it's very easy. Again, it does the work for you. You can do it yourself. You can try to find out like what keywords people are using, but it will take you a lot longer. Like we're in 2021, like there's things that have been created for us to get easier. But again, it comes with some investment. I forgot what Helium-10 charges, but it's definitely worth giving it a try.
Yeah. No, for sure. And then also too, you going back talking about how like like there's barely any competition when it comes to like print on demand. And I've said this for like the last 3 years, 4 years of making content. I don't know. It's getting it's getting
Yeah.
a while. So it's just creating like you're seeing these keywords and you're seeing how easy it is to rank on the front page. And as you get more and more competition, it gets harder because when you start listing stuff, there's more competition in our niche now with print on demand, but it's still not compared to FBA. It's not that much competition compared to that. We're
That's
nothing.
why, oh my God, it's such a good time to do it right now. Like you could seriously, that's the beauty of it. You can try with like 10 different products and see which works, see which one gets more attraction too. And you don't need that many units. And especially since it's print on demand, you're not really, you don't have to deal with as much as like the FBA sellers do. So definitely take advantage of this opportunity, like 100%.
Yeah, no. So where can people find you, Izabela?
They can find me on Facebook, Izabela Hamilton, or go straight to my website, rankbell.com. Very easy.
And I will put all her information down below in the description. And once again, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. This is a really interesting topic, and I enjoy talking about this. I nerd out when it comes to how people find products and stuff like that online. So I definitely do want to get you on the channel again. And maybe we can set up some type of a case study together, where I can show like results on my YouTube channel and share with you guys like the knowledge and all the data and all that information that we're getting. And it's me and Izabela are building a long-term relationship. She ain't going nowhere.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for the long term. My goal is to help 1 million sellers by 2030. So yes.
Okay. All right. So that's going to do it.
If you don't put high goals, how are you going to ever know what you're going for? You need to reach high. Reach high always.
No, for sure. So that's going to do it right there, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. And thank you guys. Thank you, Izabela, for coming on.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Of course. My pleasure. Love talking to you.